Okay, do. So, hello everybody. Today Ben will be playing a game of Detective City of Angel. At the base, this game is a one versus all, where one is controlling the scenario, the crime, the location, and everything, while the other player are playing detective to try to solve the scenario. So, as a single player, I have a different board than multiplayer. I will have four action and I can take four different action. I can take multiple time the same action. First action is the move action. So as you can see, the board is divided into five region, neighborhoods, section, zone, whatever you want to call it. So I have my character here. Let's say I'm at 84 over here, and for one move action, I can go anywhere within that region. So 76, 98, 100, 90, no problem. If I want to go, let's say to 43, I need to stop at a location bordering the two region I want to go. So for one move, I go on 82, then second move, go to 43. That's and it's everything else. So if I want to cross the map, I have to make multiple stops. Then next section is question. As a solo player, I don't have all the answer. I need to go get them in a book called the Sleuth book. So every day. So if I want to go ask a question, so I have this board right here. I have all my suspect here and all information represented by card on top. Like I said, all information are card on top of the map. So let's say I want to start asking. So first character, I need to ask about a card that I know I will be sending to a number. I need to go find that phrase or paragraph in that book, not the page, and it will tell me what I do. I can only ask questions on characters that are on the map and about information that I have. So all cards will start face down, and when I get information, I will be reveal them face up, and I will know it what it is. After I have the character answer me, I can try to push it. If I pushed, I have three results that can happen. Result 1, I will gain leverage on that said character that will be representing by this blue cap at here. So on further question, before I ask another question, I can decide to go push, use it, and it will automatically a push. So I will reading the first phrase, then going to the second. Second, I can gain more information by either a card on top or a location. When that happens, I will be putting a red cap here. This is not part of the base game. It is part of me. Just there's a lot of thing to remember. I will not be able to remember everything. So if I put a cap, let's say on 92, say I have a reminder that I have something important to go there, or maybe important, a lead to getting more information. When I go there, do what I need to do, I will be replacing by the green cap, meaning that I've been there. There's nothing else for me to gain by going there. And the third uh, answer, the third result, will be gaining a stress. Stress are representing by those three punch out here. When I gain one, I will be flipping it face the other side. When all three are face up on that size, something bad will happen for me. So, like you can see on the side here, and on the side of my board, there's a time counter. I have this little red, black circle here. It starts at 12. I have 12 turns to solve that. And at the bottom, I have this final guess. When all three are face up, the final guess will go up a turn. So starting at turn 0, we'll go on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, meaning I have one less turn to solve the crime. At the start of my turn, or when the turn marker arrive on the final guess, I need to guess what happened. To find the guess, I'll go on the back of my book. I have to find the scenario I'm doing. I have all suspect representing by a number, a weapon representing by a card on top and also a number, and a motive. I have multiple motive to find what's it. I need to add those three number and find the paragraph, the phrase in that book linked to that number. And if it starts by the captain congratulate you, invite you to his office, or anything with the name of the scenario, I have one. If not, I need to continue. When the time marker is on turn 0 or at the final guess and I fail to solve the crime, final guess will go down on turn 0. The stress markers stay where they are, and my turn marker will go up to turn 3. I have 3 more turns to solve that. I can do that 2 times. After that, the case goes cold and I have failed my mission. Next action, it's searching a location. All locations are representing by a number from 1 to 100. Again, with my little board here, I will go get the number on there. So if I have, let's say, a red cap on 92 and I go search on 92, I will go on the 92. It will send me to a number and I will read it. If I have a cap at 92 but I decide to go search 97, I will gain information about that location but nothing related to the crime that I'm doing. So I will be wasting an action. Next action is searching the suspect. On last scenario, I have gathered information that searching the suspect, it is very important because sometimes the suspect is hiding something on himself or herself. Again, I have all suspect here, linked by a number. When I go search, I go get information. When I gathering information, I will be writing it on this little page of paper. And with that, I can decide, make my final guess. So, today's scenario is El Fantasma. Uh, on that tragic night, the city of Angel became the city of Demon. So I will be inside that and be ready to play. Okay, like I said, all information are card face down, and the scenario is starting by a little debriefing. So El Fantasma, which is a hard-boiled scenario, should be a hard one. Case ID DC0807, detective briefing. This one should be a real scream. Ha! I miss my calling in life. There's been a string of home robbery, and in each instance, the victim claimed that they experienced supernatural events leading up to the crime. Each was so petrified that they abandoned their home, shaking up at the local motel, which is when the thief struck. Robbery would normally be beneath even used smokes, but the latest ended in a dead homeowner. Arthur Tam was found at his home, located off of Gravy and Brooklyn. Flip case A and place crime scene marker at 56. So, first piece of information that we have is the murder, the victim, Arthur Tam. And we have the location of our crime scene, which is the red circle here. We put at 56 at the corner right here. The body was in the basement where his arms were bound and a bag had been placed over his head. House was ransacked, but forensic is saying there's no sign of forced entry and no trauma to the victim. Maybe the ghost killed him, but maybe not, since the forensic also lifted a print, and last time I checked, ghosts don't have fingerprint. Find out who the print belonged to, and don't talk to me about warrant, just get it done. Two of the robbery victims are willing to talk. The first is Emmeline Grady, a sweet lady who makes a mean apple pie. She's staying over in Hollywood near the Chateau Marmont with her sister, Flip Case B, and plays Grady's standee at 26. So, we have now another piece of information. Emmeline Grady, robbery victim. Sweet lady constantly trying to force sweet slice of pie. Finger crossed it's not poison. And each character, important character, will have a standee, and she is at 26. I need to find that. Chateau Marmont. Oh, that's right here. The second is Spencer Telford, an accountant who say he's never going back to his house, still think it's haunted apparently. You can find him at the Hotel Vista del Arroyo, flip case card C, and place Telford Sandy at 62. So my second piece of information, the other victim, Spencer Telford, greasy hair, greasy skin, greasy handshake, the kind of grifter who's always looking for an angle. Okay, and is at 62, 62 over here. Most of the other victims have buttoned up tighter than a clams as at high tide, but the statements they gave are at whatever station took the report. And yes, that means you might have to exercise those tight you call legs and go get 'em. It hangs like document can be seen through thin air. So hump your tails over to the other station if you want to read the reports. They are at Wilshire. So I will be putting my first red cap at 12, San Pedro 84, San Pedro 84, and Pasadena 63. Pasadena 63, 63. It'll be a lot faster and cheaper than sending a courier. Oh, and before I forgot, uh, a cook named Montage Osgood keep calling the station and asking questions about El Fantasma. Flip case card D. Okay, and the other information, card D. Montage Osgood. Gravedigger looks like dead warm over. Previously thought making your skin crawl was just a metaphor, but Osgood is proving that's wrong. He even showed up this morning ranting about the city need to wake up and that the apocalypse is nigh. I wouldn't throw him in the tank if it hasn't been full from the drunk we hauled in last night. He worked as a caretaker over at Inglewood Cemetery. Plays Osgood Sandy at 23. So he's Maple, Punchy, 23, 23. Go dress him down and get him to stop calling me for the love of all that is holy. And see if you can, and see you, and if you see a ghost, keep it to yourself. Okay, so solving the case. I need to identify the guilty suspect, the location of the next crime will be committed, and the suspect motive. I have all information here, and there's special rule for this scenario. So, detective, you may not begin at the location uh, with a red cap. that I said. So 12, 63, or 84. When asking a question of the suspect, if you do not have a fingerprint. So there's fingerprint, but I don't think there is for the solo. In solo, when making a guess, add the number of the specific location rather than the weapon number. So the next location of the crime. Okay, there's a crime spree. I need to find where the next one is, and to stop the criminal. It will replace the weapon number. Okay, so last thing left for me to do is putting my miniature. So, like it said, I cannot start at the 3 police station cover with the red cap that I put it for my own benefit. So I think the best one will be starting at 72 here. I will be close to the crime scene, to 1 police station and 1 suspect. As my first action, I will be moving to the crime scene and I will be searching the location. Maybe there's something that did miss. So 56. I take this board here, I go on 56, 10, 22. No, 56, 11, 22. Okay, just making sure that everything was fine. So I will be moving to the other police station, 63, and I will be searching 63. 63, I go on 485. Okay, so I have another piece of information. Report number 003. Elizabeth, Stockholm, and family entered the station on October 23rd, claimed an evil spirit called El Fantasma has invaded their Pasadena home 60. Okay, I will be putting a cap on 60 and driven them away. They stay with their family for a week before returning, discover house ransacked upon return. Stockton say a neighbor witnessed a culprit insists a witness a culprit. Insists we question the witness further. Pasadena home report found at police station. Okay. Okay, so I'll replace my cap by a green one, meaning it's been done, there's nothing for me. I will reset my 4 action, go down on turn 11. Okay. Think I will go move and search location 60 before talking to my suspect. So again, 60, I go on 882. So we have a, I will be looking at E over here. E. We have Alejandro Ramirez, a eyewitness, a warm, inviting face, eager to answer all questions, perhaps too eager. I will be putting is standy at 60, replacing my cap. And I have one free question, so will be easy enough. He is suspect number 4. I will be asking by the first thing that I know, the crime. So suspect, I go on 816. Okay, I will try to push it. 260. Okay, first stress. So he know nothing. So I have that. So I will be to ask. No, I will be. I'm going to ask him a question then about the police report. So suspect number 4, card I. I go on 72. Okay. Can you tell me more? I will challenge 217. Stress number 2. And as my last section, I will be moving to my other suspect here. So I regain all my 4 action, go down on turn 10, and I will be asking. Oh, wait. No, 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 no. Before I leave, I have one action. I will search the suspect. Don't forget, sometimes suspect carry important thing. So suspect number 4296. So I think I have those. Telford, good Ramirez. So I have this card here, which is the fingerprint of Alejandro Ramirez. Okay, we'll be putting right here. Now it's my turn. I reset, ready to start 10. Okay, so I have this fingerprint here and the unknown fingerprint. No, I don't think they match. Compare this suspect to the suspect fingerprints. When you find a match, that will be once you find a match that suspect with one, answer the question differently that before, and two always give you the most useful response. Okay, that's not Ramirez. It did not look like him. So now I start my first turn. I'm going to move to my suspect. I'm going to ask him a question about the murder again. So he is Spencer. Spencer about card A. It's 79. Never seen him before, but I've heard of him. After I was robbed, some freak named Osgood showed up unannounced and wanted to know all about El Fantasma and Tam. He seemed ecstatic at someone that someone has died. It was unsettling. Okay, interesting. Can you give me more? Are you telling the truth? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna. Okay, so I will be searching the suspect. Uh, he is Spencer, so I go a 501. Telford is reluctant at first, but ultimately allows you to print him. I don't see why this is important, but if you say so, detective. Look at Telford fingerprint card. Telford. So I have a new fingerprint. Hmm. Compared to the suspect, doesn't seem to be him. Okay. So suspect and the right one. I have one question left. One action left. And can I search the location? I will search his house. So 62. Let's see what I can find on 62, 51. There are a handful of saucy looking dames sunning themselves by the hotel pool, but you have a case to solve. Damn it, and they aren't going to help you solve it any faster. So yeah, nothing important. So I will reset my 4 action, go down on turn 9. So move 1 to 98, move 2 to San Pedro, search location 84. There's a police station over there. So 84, I go on 410. The desk surgeon is very particular. Have you filled out the required setup form? You growl something unintelligible. Well, I'm sure we can skip the form just for this one. Look at G. Okay. So another report, 0084, October 14. Ralph Franklin came to the station to report terrifying event. When asked to clarify, he stated it was an evil presence. He said that he and his family fled their home. 68. So I will be putting 86. Sorry. On the night of the 12th, they returned the morning of the 14th with a moving truck intending to move but discover all of their valuables were gone. San Pedro police report. Okay, interesting. So I remove my cap there. So I will be moving to 86. So that was my turn. Quit. Reset my 4 action. Go down on 8. Then I will be moving. Oh, no, I did move to 86. I will be searching 86. So 86, I go on 160. Searching the bushes outside the Franklin home feels beneath you, but it's worth it when you turn up a list of names on a torn scrap of paper. Look at K. Oh, that is interesting. K. Lauren de Paul, Elizabeth Stockholm, Ernst McDonald. Elizabeth Stockholm, we have that. Is that the one on 60? Ooh, I think so. Think so. So, yeah, so I replace my cap with the green one. Then I will be moving to Inglewood and I will be questioning the suspect, which is Montaigne about card 1 is 695. I don't know him, but I'm sure I'll meet him soon. Everyone makes it to the cemetery eventually. Okay, I'm gonna push it. Turn to 30. Osgood has more on his mind than digging grave. It doesn't take much to push him over the edge. You want the truth? I'm glad that you people realize that ghosts are real, even if it did take a murder. I see the unbelief in your eyes, detective, but El Fantasma will strike again. Gain 1 leverage over Osgood. Okay, I believe the ghosts are real. And as my last action, I will be searching the suspect. I need to gather information. So, Osgood 480. After you take his sprint, Montaigne begrudgingly let you frisk him. You find a torn piece of paper in his pocket. Just gravedigger trash, detective. That's all, just trash. He snatched it back from you, but not before you commit it to memory. Look at G and Osgood fingerprint card. Oh yeah. So the G. This is all fun and thing. Madame Z client list. Emmeline Grady, Raphael Franklin, Arthur Tam. Oh, and if I take the other piece of paper, it's look like the same. If you can see, it look like the paper are the same. Oh, that is interesting, interesting. Okay, and I take his fingerprint. Was good, and I need to compare to the one that I have. Nope, it's not so much. Okay, okay, so I reset my 4 action, go down to turn 7. I think I will be remaining here. And starting to ask question. Let's say first question about the paper in his pocket. So with G, he is thing, so 202. I found that in the bushes outside of the Franklin home. Madame Zamud must know more about El Fantasma than she's letting on, and this paper is the proof. And since it's the one that is being crumbled, I will use my leverage on him. Yes, I did push it, so 464. I told you already, I found it in the bushes. Now get lost, I have grave to dig. Gain 1 stress. Okay, so stress reset. I have 1 turn left, so I will be asking about the other paper that I found on. That's okay. So 96. What's that last name? Herm McDonald? Oh, just curious, detective. That house. No, I don't know what this is. Yeah, seems sketchy, so I'm gonna push it. 387. Osgood response smell as rotten as a corpse. You shove the list in his face and demand the truth. Looking closer, it does appear to be the other half of the list that I have in my. Osgood began to mumble to himself. Herm McDonald must be next. I have to see El Fantasma with my own eyes. Gain 1 leverage over Osgood. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I don't think he did it. He just want to see a real ghost. So as my last 2 action, I will be moving to the Wilshire police station and search the location, which is 12. 12, yes. So 12, I go on 371. The officer at the desk looked bored out of his mind. Help yourself, he mumbles when you ask for the police report. Look at H. Other police report. H. Okay, October 21st, Lorraine DePaul report a robbery in her house, 18. So I will be putting a new cap on 18. Uh, She discovered the theft when she returned after a weekend getaway to Catalina. I questioned her further about her trip and she expressed embarrassment. She soon admitted she had been fleeing a dark spirit which called El Fantasma. Okay, another police report. Okay, now I reset my 4 action, go down on turn 6. Replace my cap with the green one. I will be moving to 18 and search location 18. Go on 1109. There are flyers and posters all over the house advertising Madame Zamud, the mysterious mystic wonder worker. Apparently, appointment can be made with her at her house in Hollywood. 28. Okay, so 28 over here. I have another information. And whoop, 18 is replaced. Then move. 17. I'm going to see my last victim. Going down on turn 5, resetting my action. I'm gonna ask the question on the suspect. So she is emailing about card 1955. That's terrible, terrible, poor boy. What is this city coming to? I will try to push it. 360. Grady is genuinely shocked when you challenge her. I'm horrified you think I would lie about something like that. Gain 1 stress. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to search the suspect. So Grady is 590. Grady is incredibly cooperative as you take her fingerprints. Whatever I can do to help a good officer of this city. Look at Grady fingerprint card. Grady, her fingerprints. Oh, I don't think it will be the same. Nope, does not seem to be it. Okay, then I'm going to move and search location 28 to go see 775. When you knock on the door, a strange woman with dark eye answers you. What can Madame Zamoud help you with? Look at F and place Zamoud standing at 28. Madame Zamoud is suspect number 5. You may ask her one free question. I put her standing at 28. With me at F, the location information card. Madame Zamoud, fortune teller, styling herself as a psychic and master of the arcane arts, but it's more reminiscence of a referee junkie. And I ask one free question. I will ask about the crumble, the first half of the paper. So that's G. She is suspect number 5. I go on first half G. 297. It does not take a genius to know that Madame Zamoud has client. Okay, I will push it to 6. You dare to question Madame Zamoud? Be gone from here. Gain 1 stress. Okay. I will reset my action. Cool down on turn 4. Okay, then I'm gonna ask her a question. I'm gonna ask her about the second half of the paper, which is K, and she's suspect number 5, so 1028. Madame Zamoud will look into her crystal ball and see what she can discover about this name if you wish, detective. No? No, I'm gonna push it. 572. You believe that Madame Zamoud lies? Madame Zamoud takes offense of that. Gain 1 stress. Oh! Another stress. I have 1 turn left. Reset that. Then I'm gonna search the suspect. She is suspect number 5, so 809. And what if Madame Zamoud refuse? You make clear in no uncertain term what will happen if she does, and she begrudgingly let you take a print. Look at Madame Zamoud fingerprint card. Oh! Oh, 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 oh. It does look the same. It is the same. Excellent. So we have matching fingerprints. Immediately turn to 235. You match Zamud print to the one found at the scene of the crime and confront the fortune teller. Her carefully constructed facade collapses, revealing her to be what you always suspect her to be, a half-breed con artist with a backbone like a wet noodle. Yes, I was there. I'll tell you everything, detective. No more lies. Just ask your question. She buries her face in her hand. Madame Zamoud is now suspect number 6. When asking her question, do not refer to the grid for suspect number 5 any longer. Instead, refer to the grid for suspect number 6. Okay, that's why we have a 6 suspects. So if I was talking to her, she would lie and keep her facade of fortune teller. And now that I know, she switched, became truthful, and she's suspect number 6. So I will ask a question again about the top half of the paper. So she is now suspect number 6 about G. So I go down on 478. I gave that list to Spencer, but I don't remember which name were on the bottom half. This response cannot be challenged since it is the most useful response. Okay, she gave it to Spencer? Interesting. So the other guy here. Okay, so we'll ask again about the second half of the paper, which is K 1063. I don't know where Herm McDonald's live, but I don't want anything bad to happen to him. Talk to Emmeline Grady. She can help you find him. This response cannot be challenged since it is the most useful response. Okay, so I reset my action. Go down on turn 3. This is my final 4 action. So I will go move to Emmeline since she is the closest. I'm gonna question her about Madame Zamoud, which is F. So Emmeline about F. 318. Oh, Madame Zamoud is a wonderful lady. She really helps me prepare for what is to come. Yes, but she told me you know about the second. I should ask about the second left. Okay, I'm gonna push it to 106. All it takes is a frown from you and Grady quickly change her story. The truth is that Madame Zamoud told me my house was haunted by El Fantasma, and I'm ashamed to admit it that a nice Catholic girl like myself would be haunted by an evil spirit. Gain one leverage over Grady. Okay, one leverage. I'm gonna ask again about the second half of the paper on Emmeline. So 434. Oh yes, I should put on my glasses. I know Herm McDonald. He's the one who introduced me to Madame Zamoud. He lives over by the Santa Monica Pier. 5. Herm's not in trouble, is he? And I'm gonna use my leverage on her. So 5 here. And I did challenge, so 11:15. Gracie seemed offended when you question whether she's telling the truth or not. Why do you think I'm lying about nice old Herm? Gain 1 stress. Uh, mm, I'm 2 actions short. Okay. So if I fail, okay, I will go do my double move. Whoops, I moved the wrong. So move to 8, move to 5. That is the end of my turn. I have to solve that. So they say that when making a guess, add the number of the specific location rather than all the weapon murder. So I think, the suspect, uh, the graveyard keeper just want to see. I think it's Spencer. So Spencer is 107. The weapon, like I said on the special rule, add the number of the specific location rather than adding the weapon's number. Location number 5, the next spot, and I think money greed 150. So 262. The captain invites you into his office. Congratulations, detective. You've done it. You solved the case and brought Arthur Thames' killer to justice. You have successfully solved El Fantasma. Turn to page 29 in the chisel book to read the epilogue. Okay, I got it. Spencer Telford was always looking for the next get-rich-quick scheme. There's a sucker born every minute, he'd say repeating it to himself so frequently that he began to believe he was the one who coined the phrase. When he accompanied a friend to a appearance by Madame Zamoud, the mysterious mystic wonder worker, and saw how much influence she had over her audience, the gear in his shabby little head began to turn. He knew he'd found his golden ticket. Booking a session with Madame Zamoud, Spencer quickly laid out his plan. If he would begin convincing her most gullible clients that their home were haunted by a evil presence and that their lives were in danger if they stay here, Spencer would rob them blind when they left and they'll split 60-40. We'll split it 50-50. And Madame Zamoud will do this thing, Mr. Telford. Telling fortune barely paid the bill after all. You got yourself a deal, lady. Madame Zamoud proceeded to tell her clients that a spirit called El Fantasma was haunting them and wished to do them harm. Soon she had victims fleeing their homes in terror. Spencer would waltz right in and rub them in at his leisure. Getting caught up in his own scam, Spencer even staged a robbery at his own house, hoping to add to the legend of El Fantasma. Although after he made his statement to the police, he immediately regretted it. Well, perhaps it would throw suspicion off of him if the police ever got wise to what was happening. Spencer never was the brightest bulb. It was here that Montaigne Osgood first heard about El Fantasma. Obsessed with the supernatural and convinced that the end of the world was coming soon, Osgood saw himself as a modern day prophet of doom, and El Fantasma was just what he needed to convince Los Angeles that ghosts were real. He scoured the city for information about the apparition, aggressively questioning anyone who may have come into contact with the ghost. And then Arthur Thème happened. Just like the rest of Madame Zamoud's clients, Arthur fled his house in a rush one night as Spencer looked on, hidden in the bushes. The suitcase Arthur threw in the trunk of his car told Spencer everything he needed to know. Arthur wasn't coming back any time soon. After a few hours of searching, loading, and removing valuables from the residence, Spencer was shocked to hear the creak of the front door. Arthur's flight has been cancelled. But instead of staying at the hotel, he decided to grow a spine and confront the ghost. Spencer panicked and began trying to stomp on the floor and pound the wall, anything to persuade the haunting. But Archer was under on the internet. When he turned the corner and saw Spencer smash his favorite vase into the ground, he was stunned. "You're El Fantasma?" he said, disbelief. "Ah, screw it," Spencer muttered under his breath before sucking Arthur in the mouth and knocking him out. He bound Arthur's arm and leg, dragged him to the basement, and then called Madame Zamoud on the phone. "Get over here now, Miss Z. Tam saw my face, and I need you to work your magic on him. Convince him he didn't see nothing." "Madame Zamoud is not concerned with your problem, Spencer. My problem, it's our problem, Miss Z. And so get your fortune-telling ass over here pronto, unless you want to be giving reading to the fine resident of Terminal Island Prison." Madame Zamoud concealed he had a point and drove to Archer as fast as she could. Spencer was always careful to wear gloves during his robbery, but Madame Zamoud was inexperienced in the art of burglary, and ended up leaving print all over the house. When they went down to the basement, they discovered that Arthur had died from a heart attack. The fear of what could happen to him too much to bear. Spencer convinced Madame Zamoud to continue with the plan. "We just need one more score, a big one, and we'll be done." Herm McDonald fit that bill perfectly. If no detective solved the case, read the following. Ultimately, the LAPD Robbery Homicide Division is too slow to connect the dots. The final robbery goes off without a hitch. Spencer and Madame Zamoud disappear into the extradition-less well of some South America country. The detectives all face the wrath of the captain and are forced to listen to his 30-minute tirade about incompetence, stupidity, and corruption. Montaigne Osgood goes on to write a best-selling book about El Fantasma and become a national recognized expert on the paranormal. If at least one detective solved the case, read the following. The car skidded to a stop outside of the McDonald residence, just as the front door opened and Spencer emerged with two full sack draped over his shoulder. His eyes widen as he sees you, and he drops the sacks, jewelry, and other valuables spilling everywhere. He makes a run for it, but his heart really isn't in it, and you tackle him easily. Spencer wastes no time blaming everything on Madame Zamoud, saying that she had him under a spell. "Tell it to El Fantasma," you say as you cuff him and throw him in the back of your car. During El During Spencer's trial, Montaigne Osgood intends to tell everyone who will listen that El Fantasma is real and that fire is coming to engulf Los Angeles. No one pay any attention to him. So I found it. There was only one. So it was Spencer at the next location with greed and money. Woo! That was El Fantasma. I do hope you like it. If you do, please put a like on this video and don't forget to follow my channel. It'll help me a lot. And see you next time. Bye bye.